So I think he's on Jun Shadow. Yeah, Jun Shadow. So there's a Mishra's Bauble in his hand, which is a pretty clear indicator. Here's the Bloodstained Mire to start it off. Yep, that is indeed a Death Shadow on the bottom of his deck. So Overgrown Tomb into play, untapped. So Jesse down to 17 to start that off here. Probably gonna. I think he has a turn one. Yeah, he's Inquisition on turn one here. So we're gonna have a look at Will's hand. Will currently has. He's thinking about bolting in response. That's a little strange, seeing as your opponent is Death Shadow and you just gave him a little more fuel, I guess. But I guess to be fair, it would have been gone anyways because he had nothing else. So the 3 cards left in hand, 4 cards are a Mountain, a Sarkin the Dragon Speaker, and a Koth of the Hammer. I believe, yeah, this was a mulligan to 6. I believe Will did find another land. He found a Scrying Sheets. Yeah, I mean, the second you see Snowlands, you know your opponent's on Scred. There's no question about that. Another Shock here, Jesse down to 12 already. Mishra's Bauble and a Tarmogoyf. So at the moment we have instant sorcery land. We're going to sacrifice this Bauble. We're going to have a look at the top card of your deck. It looks to be a Scred. So that's right now only doing 2 damage. Or, yes? Scred is equal to the number of snow permanents you have, right? Yes. So right now that Scred only deals 2. Yeah, I mean, I understood why it was Winter is Coming. I don't know. It's a strange name, that's all. So Tarmogoyf up to being a 4/5 with the addition of that Mishra's Bauble. I'm hoping that Jesse did remember his Bauble trigger and did draw a card on Will's upkeep. I don't know if he did for sure or not, but Jesse down to at least 11 here, potentially 9 if he gets another Shock land. He gets the basic swamp, so just 11. Just kind of dialing it back here on the self-damage, apparently. Liliana of the Veil comes down. This seems like a pretty good card to have against Scred, so we're going to tick this up as my guess. Sure are. We're going to discard another land, and away goes the Sarkin. That adds Planeswalker, so now we have instant sorcery land, artifact, Planeswalker. So 5 is the Goyf. 15 goes to Will, or down to his life. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. End of turns, we're going to activate Scrying Sheets. So Scrying Sheets reveals the top card of the library. If it's a snow permanent, you get to put it into play. Or put it into your hand, sorry. So, gets to go ahead and put a snow-covered mountain into his hand, then draw another card on his turn, of course. So we get to play Pia and Kieran Nalaar if we want to this turn. Or we can play a Koth. There is another Koth. There's 2 Koth in his hand, in fact, right now. So I think Koth might be the better way to go because you can kill Liliana. You'll lose Koth on the crackback, but he has a second one to replace it, so it's not too bad. I mean, I guess the Koths just all die to the Goyf, though. Even if they go to 4. Yep, so tick up on the Mountain. 4 damage going at Liliana. Liliana down, no choice there, so untap to Jesse. He's at 11 to Will's 15. Will's going to be at 10, I'm pretty sure, soon. So another Inquisition is going to miss again, though. Or no, it'll get Scred, which, whatever. It's basically a miss. Scred's not doing anything in this matchup. It's not a good card here. Yeah, he only has one choice. It's going to be Scred, obviously. The other 2 cards, that second Koth and a Pia and Kieran Nalaar. So Goyf gets to go ahead and kill this Koth, I would assume. Yeah, so I don't know why I thought Will's on 10. Yeah, he's going to kill off the Koth. And then we're going to pass back to Will. I don't really know what his best play is, if he wants to play the Koth or if he wants to play the Pia and Kieran. Pia and Kieran gives him some blockers, of course, which is always nice. To get in front of this giant Goyf. but Koth actually, moves your game plan along a little more with your opponent at 11. So we're going to have end of turn Tarfire to kill off Pia and Kieran Nalaar. That's going to grow the Goyf to a 7/8 with the addition of Tribal and Creature. So the only thing missing at this point is Enchantment, which I don't think either player is playing in their main deck. I'm trying to think if Scrud was anything weird, but I don't think it does. Jesse will go ahead and fetch out a Stomping Ground. Down to 8 he goes. Okay. Death Shadow comes down. Again, Thopter does hop in front of the Goyf, of course. Shadow right now is a 5/5. I feel like Scred is not good at dealing with these big threats at all. He drew another Scred, but that only deals 3 damage. And that kills neither of these things. So we can play a Koth, which he will do. I mean, Koth making a mountain attack is real bad this turn. However, it runs into a 5/5 Death Shadow and gets eaten up. So yeah, he will untap, but he won't attack, which again would have been an awful decision. So just gets to basically untap a mountain for 4 mana. This is a real bad spot here for the Scred player. Even getting to the 5th mana won't really change anything. Like Sarkin wouldn't have made a difference in this game. So here's the attack. I think he's pointing them both at Koth. So he gets to eat the Koth. Another Death Shadow. Sure, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, and Will's seen enough here, so we're gonna head to a game 2. Jesse pretty handily takes game 1 there. Just again, Scred does not have an easy way to interact with these large creatures that Death Shadow gets to bring out. So Goyf and Shadow are just too big. I saw a copy of a Roast there, so I'm curious if that'll work here. It gets to, I mean, it's easier to catch a Goyf with a Roast than it is a Death Shadow, I feel. Because Death Shadow, you have a little more control in how big you're making it when it comes down. Because you just have to wait till you're, at a lower life total for all that matters. So we'll have to see how this game goes. I don't know what else Will gets access to in terms of his sideboard options, but really I feel like Jesse's still just ahead here. Just having big things that you can't do anything about. It's pretty good game plan. Alright, so it looks like there was an Outpost Siege coming out of the deck. The other big problem that Will runs into is he's a red deck, but he's not a burn deck. He had a Lightning Bolt there game 1, but like he has to hope Jesse gets to like 3 or something like that, or 6 with 2 bolts. Just because Jesse gets to move his game plan along a lot faster with you bolting and not really interacting with anything else. Like, again, the bolt that Will fired off just kind of sped Jesse's game plan up. Again, he wasn't wrong to do it, because even if he doesn't do it, I mean, it's taken away regardless. Maybe there's an argument to not do it because, again, you are playing against Death Shadow. No guarantee that he knew he was playing against Death Shadow, obviously, just because all he'd seen so far is, 2 lands and an Inquisition of Kozilek. So could have just as easily been a normal Jund deck. No real way of knowing for sure, so... Okay, we're deciding to lose focus again. There we go, we're back. Alright, so we're going to take a look here at 7. There's a Ratchet Bomb, that's a good one here. Blood Moon, also fairly good here. I think Will has a pretty solid hand there. If nothing else, just Ratchet Bomb and Blood Moon. 2 great cards I feel in this matchup. I don't know how many basics Jesse plays, but I would guess it's not a lot. So there is a Mountain for Will to start. Godless Shrine. Inquisition's going to look at a hand. We have Ratchet Bomb, Blood Moon, Storm Breath, Mountain, Mountain, Mountain. Well, yeah, Jesse's going to take the Blood Moon away. Leaves Will with a Ratchet Bomb, which I imagine we're going to have come down this turn. Yes, we are. So there's the Ratchet Bomb. It's the Buy-A-Box art, if I'm not mistaken, from whatever core set that was from. I'm 13 or 14 or something like that. Jesse here thinking what he wants to do with this turn. Okay, he knows he doesn't have to worry about the Blood Moon anymore, which is obviously nice. So there is the enchantment. Blood Moon could... Now we could potentially see a Goyf get to the full power of 8-9. Here is another fetch land. We're going to go ahead and get a Stomping Ground. Out of 15 we go. There was at least 1 shadow in his hand, so he does want to get himself low as fast as he can to be able to put out that other threat. And the nice thing is as well, his other threat is a Goyf, so it's 2 different costed threats that Will has to answer both of. So this is a 3/4 Tarmogoyf. Ratchet Bomb will tick up to 1. So Death Shadows are now not safe, but okay, there's a Relic. All right, this is going to be pretty good. He's going to get to kill the Goyf with the Scred here, which is nice. He gets to exile the graveyards and then Scred away this Goyf for 3 damage. Unless Jesse is somehow able to add 2 card types to his graveyard, which I guess he could do. Scred's an instant. If Jesse had, like, I don't know, a fetch land and looks to even have like a Tarfire, I guess. That would save Goyf. Liliana the Last Hope comes down. She's going to go ahead and tick up. We're going to go ahead and get an attack here with Goyf. So here has the attack for 3. Jesse knows he has no reason to mill because, again, the Relic sitting there is just going to exile the entirety of the graveyard. So Will has to decide if he wants to remove the Goyf now. He's going to start by exiling his own Blood Moon. And he'll take 2. So he falls to 18. So also a fine plan. It just minimizes the damage. Scred would not have been able to kill the Goyf there because as part of the resolution, Scred goes to the graveyard, counts as an instant. Goyf grows to a 3/4. Now Scred can kill a Tarmogoyf, however. Second Blood Moon is also very good, however. So that's going to come down. So Jesse does have a swamp, but he no longer has green mana. So he's got a swamp and a pair of mountains there. The Thoughtseize is nice because, well, is it really that nice? Probably not. I mean, again, the Relic is still keeping this Goyf in check. The Thoughtseize is okay because it at least lets him get himself a little bit lower. He gets to combine that with a Street Wraith. So he can, assuming he... I always mix up the art between Death Shadow and Street Wraith. So he may not actually have a Shadow in hand. It might just be a Street Wraith he has. Yeah, it is. The rest of his hand is Lingering Souls, Battle Rage, and Kolaghan's Command. So Liliana will tick up to 5. We're going to go ahead and cycle a Street Wraith down to 13. Draw is a second Liliana. This time it's of the Veil, however. I will say Jesse's winning because of this Liliana, though. Will can't really do anything about that, so Will force Jesse to exile a card from his graveyard. Jesse will go ahead and exile, looks like a land. I mean, either way, the Goyf's going to shrink to 2 power, so he will exile his Inquisition of Kozilek, fall to 16. That's fine. That's not really a big concern. Goyf, actually, he could kill the Goyf here still. Yeah, I think he's going to go for it. This is going to... Okay, he's actually not. He's going to fall to 16. Okay, so down to 16 he goes. Yeah, Will needs to get the bomb on 3. That's his only way to beat Liliana here. He is winning that race. Will goes to 2. Lily goes to 6. Will goes to 3 and then pops it and blows her up. So, yeah, Will is ahead by 2 turns here with that Liliana. Now, this is a good play here, though. Ratchet Bomb to destroy your... Or, sorry, Kolaghan's Command to destroy your Ratchet Bomb and you discard a card. This is going to put Will in a really bad spot now. Will no longer has an answer to Liliana. And she is going to... Unless he finds an answer, she is going to ultimate and end the game. So, Skred will kill off the Goyf. Kolaghan's Command will resolve. Oh, he just did 2 damage to Will, it looks like. So Will at 14 now. Ratchet Bomb down. So there we go. Again, Will now needing to find an answer to Liliana. Stormbreath Dragon, Koth, those are all good choices here. He's got the dragon in his hand, but he doesn't have the 5th mana, so... We're going to go ahead. Thoughtseize, number 2. So Jesse will be able to Thoughtseize Will here, and he's going to start by taking up Liliana. That makes sense, obviously. So, I mean, I think you have to. You don't have anything else you can do this turn, right? He can't play anything else in his hand. He doesn't have enough mana for Liliana. He's missing a black source. He doesn't have a white source for Lingering Souls, obviously. So he is in a Thoughtseize. He looks at a Stormbreath and a second Blood Moon. It looks like a pretty easy take on the Stormbreath there. Sure enough, it is. So down to 11 goes Jesse, and down goes Stormbreath. We're going to go ahead and sacrifice Relic of Progenitus, rather. Get rid of the graveyards and draw a card. Now, Relic is also exiled. That's as important. Yeah, there we go. It's actually more important for Jesse because that counts as Goyfs, but... so another Ratchet Bomb drawn, but that one's going to be too slow. The Blood Moon, the second one, I guess that he's the third one, doesn't matter. This Ratchet Bomb is going to be way too slow. He's probably going to leave it on 0 if I had to guess. It can be an escape button for all the zombies that are coming. He's got one more draw to find an answer to Liliana here, otherwise he is just going to die. Liliana ticks up. This is quite the game plan. Can't play that Goyf. Doesn't really care, though. He's in a Thoughtseize, which is fine. I mean, he's at 9. He's actually Thoughtseizing himself. Alright, interesting. He's going to take away his own Lingering Souls, because now we can actually play it next turn. Alright, I like that. I like that. Alright. Jesse should be at 9, right? I took 2 advantage off of the thoughts already, so... Yeah, we're good. So there is another mountain, and yeah, sure enough, Will has to just pass the turn back, and... Yeah, that's a Liliana on 7. Yeah, get those dice off her. I've got an emblem, and yeah, the bomb did stay on 0, you see there. That's just going to end the game, assuming Jesse doesn't forget how to use Liliana's emblem. So a couple of spirits and a couple of zombies coming. Oh, we get to use all the top 8 tokens. Yeah, so he has some dice there. We'll get him some tokens. There we go. A couple of zombie tokens come along with it. So, yeah, this game, yeah, Torch of Defiance, that's fine. I don't think it's going to matter, though. So now he's on the top card of his library. He can bolt Jesse for 3 or he can shock him for 2. I think you want to bolt him. It makes more sense. Like, Will's game plan now is he has to get Jesse just dead. So, that's 1 bolt. It's not exiled. The bolt's in the graveyard. He cast the bolt, did he not? He tapped the mana for it, so. There we go. Jesse's draw another Tarmogoyf, which he cannot cast. So that's fun. So we have 2, 4, 6 damage on board. Will, of course, is able... I mean, Will's Chandra is a way to win this. He's going to be forced to pop the Ratchet Bomb this turn, I imagine, to save his Chandra. Because I think Jesse has to go after Chandra. He doesn't have the ability to just ignore that because that will end the game. Is he splitting the damage here? I hope not. But isn't it? I mean, the bomb's in a sacrifice regardless. It doesn't matter. So away go all the tokens. And we're just going to pass back. So a couple more tokens come back. So, I mean, I guess I was a little hasty saying it was over, obviously, because, yeah, this Chandra is going to be... Oh, wow. So let's see if he deals. Okay, he's gonna play the Koth. Jesse now has 2 things he has to deal with. Now, I mean, again, every turn getting, you know, a bunch more zombies is not going to be bad. It looks like Koth, he's thinking what he wants to do here. There's a Pia and Kieran Nalaar, so he can go ahead and he can play that out, which gets him a lot of blockers. And yeah, I think that's a good play on Will's part. So there's Pia and Kieran. There's 2 Thoughters to come with them. And yeah, Jesse is actually in a bad spot now. Will had a couple good draws to get out of this situation. Liliana was looking to take over the game and end it, but the being able to get these Planeswalkers in play just changes the pace of this game entirely. And I think Jesse, yeah, he drew a Kolaghan's Command. So he can Kolaghan's Command to get rid of Pia and Kieran Nalaar along, as well as one of those Thopters. And he can kill Koth. Which is okay, but I think he's dead then to Chandra? I'm not sure. So, Shock and Shatter. The other option you have there, he could have also decided to... Oh, no, he couldn't do that. My apologies. Yeah, so Shock and Shatter. And then we get to go ahead and attack for 4. I feel like you have to go at Koth, otherwise you're just dead. No, you're not dead. You have 4 more zombies coming, right? So you're not dead. Yeah, Koth is going to die, though. I'm not a big surprise there. So we'll start his turn. He's got a Blood Moon and I think another basic mountain, or another mountain in his hand. So 4 more zombies join the team there for Jesse. Liana Emblem is doing a lot of work here, as it usually does. Oh, that's the game then. He just drew Sarkhan the Dragon Speaker. Yeah, that's game. So, yeah, it doesn't even care what he finds. He just deals 2 damage to Jesse and then gets to attack for 4 in the air with a hasty, indestructible flying dragon. So, all right. So, Will battling through Liliana's Emblem with the help of... I will say the Blood Moon did a lot of work there. Taking Jesse off of what... He couldn't play either the Goyfs in his hand. He also couldn't put Liliana in his hand. So... The Blood Moon, I would say, is probably MVP of that game. I don't think... Again, Chandra obviously kind of closed the game out along with Sarkhan, but I think the Blood Moon is what held Will in that game so long. So, all right, we're going to head back to the sideboard here just to see if there's anything different we want to change up here. Jesse with a couple decisions he's making, it looks like. We're also going to take a look here. Yeah, I mean, Relic was big too, but again, I think without the second Blood Moon there, Will just, I don't think gets to do anything. Like, I mean, he gets to do stuff, obviously, but I think he just gets run over by Goyfs over and over again. Because then, Jesse ended the game there with 2 Goyfs in his hand and a Liliana, none of which he could cast. Had he drawn a Death Shadow, it could have been really good as well. He just never found one, unfortunately. So Jesse, going to have the play here, game 3. Again, he does get the advantage of having all those interaction spells in his hand to deal with Will's hand. So we'll have to see how that goes. Will has a Relic again. He has a Mind Stone. His hand doesn't look to have anything other than mana and that Relic, so... Oh, he has a Koth as well. So he has potential for a turn 3 Koth here. I think his hand's okay then. Yeah. I mean, again, it comes down to what Jesse has. If he can deal with Will's hand early, then Will could be in a lot of trouble. Here is a a Blood Crypt rather. So Jesse at 18, and he's going to go ahead and Mishra's Bauble. Look at the top card of Will's deck. I didn't get a good look at it. Might have been scrying sheets, but there is Thoughtseize as well. So 4 mountains actually. Mind Stone, Relic, and Koth. So depending on what Jesse's hand is, I could see either Relic or Koth being the choice here. Mind Stone I don't think is anything important to worry about. Sure, it lets you ramp, but if you take away the Koth, you don't care about what he ramps into because he doesn't have anything to ramp into yet. Okay, so his hand, taking that tells me he probably has a Goyf in his hand. He does. I saw it there. So that is important because it does now... I think he missed his Bauble trigger as well. Jesse's got to get those Bauble triggers down. Got to get those Bauble triggers down. Here is a sacrifice of a Bloodstained Mire. Will's turn was just indeed a mountain and a pass. His draw was a scrying sheet that Jesse got to see. Here is an Overgrown Tomb, so we're at 13 now. And I imagine this is going to be Goyf, yeah. So Goyf is a 3/4. We have Artifact, Sorcery, and Land. There's another mountain. Here's that Mind Stone. So, again, Koth is coming next turn, but I don't know how much Jesse cares about that. Then he's just racing Koth versus Goyf, and I feel like Goyf just kills that because it gets to kill Koth. All right, another fetch land is going to get him a forest. So down to 12 he goes. Doesn't need his Godless Shrine yet. It's the only other land he plays in his deck that has a different color on it. So that's just for Lingering Souls. 3 mana, Liliana of the Veil now. It's a little awkward because he knows that Koth is coming next turn. So, like, are you not attacking with Goyf? Is that what's happening here? Well, no, because you're definitely attacking here. Sorcery, Land, Artifact, so it's 3. So we're going to fall to 17, and yeah, I mean, Liliana's going to die here, right? So I don't know how much I like just sacrificing Liliana to Koth. Again, Koth will die on the crackback to the Goyf, but so there is the Koth. There's the tick up. There's the kill Lily. So Goyf grows to a 4/5. Which, I mean, it's okay. I guess you're just trading Lily for a card and Koth, but I don't know. What's in your hand? We have a second Koth again, a Relic, and a Mountain. So away goes the Relic again. So Jesse, this time, being able to control the Relics nicely. Just have to fight through Koths. I think Will, and honestly, has to just pass the turn or potentially crack his Mind Stone. He doesn't like. I don't want to play another Koth here because that's just me sacrificing it to a Goyf. I'm at that point. I'm trading Koth for 4 life, which I don't think is a good trade, especially against Death Shadow. Like, he has Jesse at a potential 5 with the addition of that bolt, but that's not enough, right? Like, 5 is not 0. He needs to pay 4 mana. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, he had a land in his hand, just didn't play it. Alright, he's going to trade Koth for 4 life, so down goes Jesse to 8. And he'll play the mountain and he'll say go. So his hand right now is just Lightning Bolt. It's going to get fired off here. Jesse can go to 5. And now we're in top deck mode, except one person has a Goyf and one person has a Scrying Sheets. What? Why did we not kill Koth? What just happened? Why are we not killing Koth? If you kill Koth, there's no mountain to worry about. What are you, like, fearing the 3rd Koth? I think that's a big mistake on Jesse's part. Instant sorcery, artifact, land, planeswalker. That's a huge misstep on his part, I think. Why is Will doing this? This is weird. He's going to get to kill Goyf. So it's a 5/6. And this is going to finish it off. Wow, Wow. Honestly, if I was Will there, I guess it doesn't matter. Goyf still gets to kill something. Another Goyf's good, though. Yeah, I really think Jesse should have killed Koth when he had the chance. He's dead now, yeah. That's just... Like, he gave Koth a turn. I just don't understand why. Why did we not attack Koth there? What is our fear? I'm so confused. Yeah, and Will's going to take this in 3, so...